Let's go. Get up.
Hey, even this shit crazy.
What's up, gang? Well, as you see, it's just me and a nice little bottle of smart water. 1 minute. It's good shit. $3. $3. Wait. There we go. Anyway, how are you guys? I don't even know no more at this point. There's so much stuff going on, but it's not why we're here. Why we are here is to answer some questions that you guys might have had, and if you can, see from the thumbnail of this video, you already know what's about to go down. But questions like that, y'all gonna have to wait. Yeah, I'm gonna make y'all sweat that out. But I got the questions right here, so we're just gonna go ahead and hop into this video. All right, question number 1: are you seeing someone? No, I'm not. I had somebody I was talking to for maybe like a week, but nah, I'm not seeing nobody. Honestly, y'all want the J answer? Don't nobody want me for real. That's the J answer. But so yeah, that's that. Question number 2: how close are you and Aaliyah? Not close at all. I don't even like her no more. Whew. Okay, we're back. That's my best friend. Like, I love her to death. Honestly, I love her to death. Like, as much as she gets on my nerves, like I'm telling you, like it's the last nerve, right? She's steady jumping on that jump. 24/7, 25/8. Like, she would literally get on my last nerve. But I love her to death. Nothing will ever change that. Yeah, nothing was ever gonna change that. Another question: how's college life? For parental reasons, it's great. It is great, Just, yeah, no, I can't even do that. This shit overrated. Like, it's so overrated. College is so overrated. Like, if you don't come to school, you gotta do what you gotta do. Like, get your work done, make good grades, keep your GPA up. If you're one of those people that like to go out and join like clubs and organizations and junk like that, by all means, college is the best place to do it. It's better than high school. But for me, it's shit for the birds. It's for the birds. I still do what I gotta do. I keep my grades up and keep my GPA up and stuff like that. But if I had a choice, wouldn't be here. Definitely wouldn't be here. I would be at the Institute of Atlanta working on my music and working on my craft, and now it'd be done in 2 years. But we're here as an overall decision. Yeah, overall. But it's not bad, but for people that really just don't want to go to school, take it from me. Fight the fight with your guardians, parents, whatever, and if you don't want to go, don't go. College is not for everybody. School isn't for everybody. So it's like, sometimes parents just kind of have to understand that when it comes to their kids. Like, I'm not one of those people that feel like you have to have a degree in order to actually do something with your life. That's not how I feel. And half the time, I feel like that's not really a parent standpoint. I feel like from a parent standpoint, they want somebody, or they want to be proud of their kid, so they want you to go to school. if it's not for you, don't go. Don't do it. Don't waste your money. Don't waste their money. Don't waste your time. Like, there's no point. There's no purpose at all. And that's true shit. True shit. Next question. It says, talk about your favorite cousin, Kivia. For a cousin that's not my cousin, I love her to death, bro. Like, she is real life. She be my lifesaver sometimes. Like, I'm telling you, I could be in the middle of losing my mind, going off the deep end and everything else, and she's always right there. She's always been there. So I love her to death. Y'all gonna see her in one of these videos one day. As far as the favorite part, I don't have a favorite cousin. Because if I ever said that I actually did, there are two main cousins that are going to come from my neck, which is her and my first cousin Cortez on my dad's side. So, yeah. We're just going to leave the favorite out of the entire equation. I don't have a favorite cousin. I love all of them equally. Sometimes. And then another question that she asked was that, I said she asked, like, I know who asked it. Another question that somebody asked was, do I regret giving my time and energy to people? Yes, the answer is yes. There's a list of people that I regret giving my energy and my time to, because I wasted my energy and my time. Hey, sometimes it happens, and I mean, you can't really do anything but take it as a life lesson. Take it with a grain of salt and do what you got to do and keep it pushing. But to answer said question, yes, I definitely do regret giving my time and energy to certain people, and that's honestly that's what it is. Next question. Why did y'all break up? And everybody knows who y'all is. I made y'all sweat for like 2-3 minutes, so I guess I can go ahead and tell this part. I can't really pinpoint a reason on why me and Ray broke up. I mean, it wasn't like on no crazy stuff, like nothing. There are no hard feelings, as y'all can obviously tell. If there were hard feelings, then clearly we wouldn't even be friends. Like, there are no hard feelings, like, at all. But I guess, I mean, honestly, I felt like we grew apart. Which, I mean, happens. People grow apart every day. Like, it's like you go from elementary to middle school to high school to college, and sometime along the way, you're going to lose, like, real close people that you thought you'd have for the rest of your life. Granted, sometimes it's a little different when it comes to relationships, but, I was out here. She was back in Georgia, and, things kind of got a little tough. So, to keep everything, together, we we didn't want to lose the friendship that we had before we even started dating, so we just went ahead and broke up. So that's that. Who broke up with who? I broke up with her, because like I said, I felt like we were going apart. I felt like I was trying to pull her in my direction. She was trying to pull me in hers. And we are two stubborn people. So we were not, that just wasn't happening. So, yeah. I broke up with her. And now we're going to move on. Any drama in college? A lot. A lot. I'm telling you, I feel like sometimes I really do feel like I'm living with children. I'm gonna be honest about that. Like, okay, so you got 3 people. 3. You got 3 people. We're gonna name these 3 people HYDE, 1, and Kane. Okay, HYDE, 1, and Kane. All my real ones out there, y'all know what them names are. But no, so I was really close with HYDE back first semester, like really, really close. And I mean, for a moment, I mean, everything was strictly friendship. Through everything, like everything was a strict friendship. But a lot of times, HYDE would get to a point where if HYDE had something going crazy going on, then HYDE would get angry and get upset, and HYDE would take that on me, and I'm like, sweetheart, no. So I brought it to HYDE's attention, and the first time it worked for a minute. We hit second semester, and then HYDE introduces me to one and Kane. Kane, I'm not really gonna say there's beef there. Like, I'm not, cause I told Kane happy birthday, but I'm not gonna say there's no beef there. Like, but I mean, I don't know. When you don't have beef with one person, but you got beef with the entire rest of the group, and that's who they hang out with. It kind of just it flows like that. So that's kind of how that went. So, but one, I got my issues with one for the simple fact that one day came around. We're not gonna say exact dates or nothing like that because I just don't have time. But a day came around and all three of them went and they hung out together, right? They knew where I was, all that junk. Like, I stay in my room 24/7. Like, I stay to myself, and I do that for a reason. But like, I was in my room and all that, and then all three of them went out posting on Snap, and all three was like, oh, like, these are the only two people that I really like mess with, and da 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 da. I can't stand nobody else here, and all this other junk. And I'm just like, dang, that's crazy. Because a month ago we was all just okay. So I mean, after that, like, I ain't caused no gigantic issue. I ain't go post no crazy stuff or none of that. I just legit stopped talking to them. Like, we had a group chat. I left the group chat. Like, I just stopped talking to them. Ooh, I shouldn't have said that. We're gonna cut that. Like, things happen. But that's one of the bits of drama that I have. Another bit that happened was two of my friends got to fighting. So that's kind of crazy. I witnessed my friends almost fight somebody that I didn't even know over some crazy stuff. Like, it is what it is. I stay to myself, so I stay out of all of that crazy stuff. But that's really the only bit of drama that I've had here. Because like I said, I stay to myself. If you stay to yourself, you're not going to have a lot of drama. So that's that. Okay. We're going to go ahead and attempt to wrap this up. I got 3 more questions. Next question. When did you start smoking? I was 16. Yeah, I was 16. Freshman year, certain person that I hung around was doing it, and then my older brother was doing it, and I got introduced to vapes first. I didn't get introduced to, but I got introduced to vapes first, so I started smoking vapes, and then that escalated to, yeah. And we're going to leave that at that for parental reasons. Next on the doc. Have you ever fallen out with any of your best friends? And if you have, who were they? Okay. This is ironic, because I literally just fell out with one of my best friends yesterday. We're going to leave names out of this, but yeah, I fell out with my best friend yesterday for the simple fact that I'm not gonna explain the situation because anything other than what involved me is not my business. But so basically, I got yelled at, like, as if I was this person's, like, child. I got yelled at. And I want to say that's probably the main thing that made me mad, because I don't even like when my mama yell at me. So don't yell at me. Don't yell at me. Especially if you have no authority over me or none. Don't yell at me. Don't yell at me. Don't scream at me. Don't like pull on my clothes, touch me and all that. No, because you're quick to get your shit rocked messing around with me. Don't do that. But no, I got yelled at for I was attempting to explain something, and I guess either one, my explanation came out wrong, or two, said person was just not listening to me because of how upset they were at a completely different situation. So they took all of that out on me. They took all of that out on me. And I wasn't going for it. So, yeah, that's that. And I'm going to be honest, this is like the third or fourth fallout me and this person have had. So it might just be time for us to just cut ties, wash hands with it. Like, I don't have no problem with the person. I don't. I don't have a problem with said person, but you're not finna do that kind of junk to me and just think that I'm just finna be like, oh, happy go lucky. Like, no. Especially considering the fact that I did a lot of things for this person. And that's how, that's kind of how I get treated after everything that I do. And it's not like me throwing the junk, like me throwing what I've done for a person back in their face. Like, cause first off, I feel like if you're gonna throw something back in somebody's face, it needs to have a heavy, heavy reason behind it. I feel like my reason was valid. It's not like I threw it back in their face. It was more so like, I'm trying to get you to understand, like, dude, like, I've done all this stuff for you, and I'm sitting here trying to help you in this current situation, and you're gonna like go off on me and start cussing me out and junk over something that literally has nothing to do with me, over something that I had no control over something that I didn't do. So it's like I cut ties. I just couldn't. I couldn't do it no more. Couldn't do it no more. Is there any other best friend I've fallen out with? I know some of y'all are like actually wondering if me and Ray have ever fallen out. I wouldn't call it a fallout. It was more so the fact of she had something going on. I kept pressing the issue, and she ended up going off on me. I was under the influence, so I kind of took things a little too far, and like she ended up blocked. Y'all, I wish she was here to tell her part of the story. Like, she ended up blocked. Like, I blocked her. I blocked her on. I want to say I blocked her on everything but Snap. I blocked her on everything but Snap. So it's like after I blocked her, the next day she texted me and told me to come get like all of my stuff, because like when like even after we broke up, like I told her, I'm like, I don't want any of it. Like, you can keep all of it. And then let's talk about how she didn't even give me all of it. Okay. She gave me like, I want to say like 2 of my shirts and like 2 of my hoodies. She didn't even give everything back. So, you know me, like, on the inside, it's like my heart is breaking as I'm like driving to her house to go get my stuff, and on the outside I'm just like all hardcore, like I don't even care no more type junk. But I got my stuff, had back to my house, and then my brother fixed everything. Like, went to her, talked to her. He came to me and told me that I was basically being an asshole and I just needed to chill out and I needed to apologize. And so I did, and now we're here. It's kind of honestly made me come to the conclusion that no matter how much, even if I wanted her out my life, that's never going to happen. Even if she wants me out her life, that's never going to happen. And that's just that. Okay, another question was, if there was anything about my life that I would change, what would it be? If I'm being honest, there's not a lot I would change, only for the simple fact that, like, if I changed a lot, then that means that my outcome would be like hella different than what it is right now. But only one thing that I would probably like really change, I would probably try to go back and attempt to have a better relationship with my dad. If I'm being honest, like I'd attempt to have a better relationship with him, because it's like now I'm not gonna air my business out, but it's like me and my dad, like I'm not gonna say we're not on talking terms, but we don't talk, and I'm not gonna say that I'm holding a grudge against everything that happened when I was younger. It's more so the fact that it's like, dude, like I want you to understand your wrongs and what you did to me and everything else. So it's like, in order for me to attempt to get that point to him, I I just don't like. I'm not all over him like how my little sister is. Like I'm not like it's not like that. Like at an adolescent age, it was always like, oh, when's dad coming home? Like I miss dad and all this other stuff. And it's like now, I I love my father to the death of me. And it's like even with all the mess, I would talk. If anybody else ever tried to say the same kind of junk about my dad, like you're gonna get punched in your teeth. Like don't do that. Don't do that. That's just something that I'm not cool with. That I can have my words and my dislikes towards my father all I want to, but somebody else no, cause y'all don't know him. Like he honestly has a good heart. I feel like at times he's misguided, but like a lot of people are misguided. Like teenagers are the main ones that can tell you that no matter how right an adult wants to be, sometimes they're just not. And when you have authority over a person and you try so hard to be right and you're constantly getting told that you're wrong, it's gonna like it makes bad things happen. And I kind of feel like that's the kind of position that I'm in right now. But I mean, it is what it is. Like I don't have any regret towards my dad. Like I don't have any anger. Not for real. I don't anymore. It's like I've honestly just gotten used to the junk. So yeah, that have to be one thing that I'd actually change about my life. Anything else? I mean, if I changed anything else, it would probably be my college choice, cause I knew I had to go to a 4-year university. And the place that I wanted to go to TSU. I wanted to go to Tennessee State. Cause at the time they were the only school that had my major. And then HBCU. I would have went to a HBCU. I would have joined the marching band and all that. But I'm at a PWI, and that's just no. That's absolutely not. But dealing with black folk, I want to say I applied to both schools at the same time. I got Alabama's back before I got Tennessee State back. So with my two main choices being Alabama and TSU, the first school that came, like the first school that or like actually got back to me, that's the school that my mom put all her time and effort into. So that is how I ended up here. But yeah, that's really all I would actually change about my life, if I'm being honest. Last question. The question that everybody has been waiting for. Who cheated? I'm going to give you two answers, okay? The first answer is my answer. My answer is nobody. Because if that would have happened, we would not be as close as we are today. The second answer, which is Ray's answer, and I quote, if I would have cheated, then I wouldn't be here. If you would have cheated, then you wouldn't be here. Moral of the story is, if somebody would have cheated, somebody would have been dead. So, there's your answer. Nobody cheated. I'm kind of sick and tired of telling folks that nobody cheated in this relationship. Like, now, granted, I have had my shares of getting cheated on, and like that's some. ain't nothing to mess with, ain't nothing to joke with, play with, no none of that. Like, sometimes I really do need y'all to understand how severe me and her relationship was. Like, everything that ties us to us is like, no one cheated. no one ever cheated. Ever. That was the last question, but I have an honorable mention, and I feel like it's something that could be interesting for you to talk among yourselves about, because I have nothing to say on the subject. And it says, will you and Ray ever get back together? I'm going to let y'all think about that. Drop your answers in the comments from whatever you think may happen in the future when it comes to Ray and Jay, formerly known as Royal Draco. Stay safe, y'all. We out. Peace. Even though you're